2020, what I wanted to do is beef up my collection privée from the house of Christian Dior. Here's two right here that'll do the trick. It's a good start to that. So let's talk about my recent haul. Let's do a first impression on these. By the way, I also threw in a L'Homme Eau flanker just to have a little bit of fun. Coming up next, my June 2020 fragrance haul. Keep it tuned in. Fragrance family, welcome to my June 2020 first impression, and not really an unboxing haul, so let's cut that out. It's not an unboxing, it's just a first impression on paper, just because these have been split for me, so it was pretty easy to unbox them because they're already opened. So I bought these back in February 2020, just never got to the video. So today's the day. You guys are going to get to sit down with me, and I'm going to talk about my new Diors and one Jean-Paul Gaultier that I added to my collection. I'm excited to see which one initially is going to get my attention. We have one that has a cult following right here, Vetiver by Christian Dior. Have you heard of it? Yeah, probably. Pretty hard to find. You have to throw some money at it to get a bottle. That's what I did. I just throw money at a problem, and usually it's not a problem anymore. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I wanted to do a few things. First, I wanted to thank my splitter from the States, Robert. If you're watching, merci beaucoup. I certainly appreciate you going out and doing all the legwork for me, basically. I just give him a list, and he goes hard for me and finds things that are hard to find or things that I don't want to spend, full retail for. He splits them, half. I keep half and I get the bottle. So it's a really good deal for me. So for him, thank you so much. I've been trying to kind of course him to have like a website of his own. I can vouch for him, and he can split and start a service for people in the fragrance community. So we've been going back and forth. He's inching at it. He's talking about it a little bit. I'm excited if it's going to come to fruition in the near future. If it is, I'm going to back him fully. But if you're watching this, Robert, thank you so much, especially for this. This has been on my list for a long time, Vetiver, and this is from his own personal collection. He split it for me, so thank you so much. Now, if you're new to the Robes08 channel, what are you doing? You should be subscribing down below. Hit that bell too so you can keep tabs on yours truly, especially if you want to hear from all these after I'm done my first impression. Also, I'm also all over social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook under my YouTube handle, Robes08. Talking about social media, if you are on Facebook, you have a Facebook account. Yes, I have my own page that is separate to my Facebook group called Fragrance Guru Nation, where myself and 17,800 other members are waiting for you to join us today and talk about fragrances people buy, sell. We talk about deals online. New reviewers come in and post their videos, so you can discover a lot of stuff on these Facebook groups. They're really great and discuss with like-minded people. So don't hesitate, go on Fragrance Guru Nation and I'll accept you right away. So let's introduce this mini haul. I got 5 bottles in front of me. Usually I'm sitting down. I don't feel like sitting today. You guys let me know. You guys are the audience. If you like this setting better than me sitting down, usually the bottles are in front of me and I'm kind of sniffing them and stuff. I feel like standing today. Let me know in the comments. If you got nothing else to add, might as well add that. What do you think about the presentation? Me just standing here and talk about the fragrances instead of them sitting on a table while I'm sitting down. So let's start with the non-Dior because there's only one of them, and it's the Jean-Paul Gaultier. This is one of the new L'Homme Eau flankers, which is called Le Beau. It's got the little leaf on the on the junk. So we're going to see what that one's all about. Obviously, that's going to be the sweet one of the haul. That's pretty much it. That's all I'm thinking about with that one. Besides that, we have 4 other Diors. We'll go with the less expensive one, which is from their regular line, and this is Dior Homme Eau edition. This is the one that I never purchased. I got them all. I got every single one of the Dior Homme line. It's more of a collector piece for me, this. I heard it was going to get discontinued, if not discontinued already. because they introduced their new Dior Homme lineup. They're messing around with it and kind of got me nervous that they're messing around with the line. And I heard discontinuation with this one, even though I didn't really like it. Kind of like an office-like scent, but I just wanted to finish up the collection. That's really all that was. It's really just an office scent for me. Next, we'll take a look at Patchouli Imperial. This one was kind of a throw-in for me as somebody on Facebook was selling their Oud Ispahan, which is the next one here. And I decided, why not? Let's try the Patchouli Imperial. It wasn't really on my radar. I had other Diors that were higher up as far as my purchasing. The Cuir Canage I wanted, Purple Oud, Spice Blend, among others before this one. But I felt, hey, it was a good price, the used bottle. Why not? So I got them both. And then last but not least, of course, Vetiver, which was a Robert's bottle that he graciously offered to me to purchase, which I jumped at the chance. So let's sniff these. Let's start with the Jean Paul Gaultier. Let's go in order, I guess, of what I showed them. So Le Beau, this is one of the newest flankers. It seems like Le Mal's getting a new flanker every 6 months now. This one right here has the newer bottle look, which I really like the Essence de Parfum had. I love this bottle. I love this bottle, by the way, but this right here, sweet from what I come to expect. It has more of it has a coconut. It's known for its coconut note. I could smell it. It has like a creamy coconut feel to the fragrance, but it has like a fresh sweetness to the fragrance. Green, aromatic, sweet, freshness. Kind of has like a watery take to the scent. A little bit of that coconut, but very watery. Almost like a salty take here. Small pinch of citrus up top. Really isn't that big of a note here. The citrus, mostly tonka. Kind of a splash of, we'll say coconut water because it's kind of watery here. It's not overly tropical, sweet, coconut flavored tonka maybe. It's a good way of describing it. Very thin as a scent. I smell a little bit of lavender here, which isn't in the note breakdown, but it's not extremely in the Le Mal section of things. It's more into Essence de Parfum type of thing, tonka based. A good one. I'm not jumping through hoops here thinking that this is going to be the next coming of my number one on my fall list. It may be, but yeah. Just a decent release from Jean Paul Gaultier with a beautiful, beautiful bottle. So I can't wait to delve into that one a little bit more. Le Beau. Next, let's go with Dior Homme Eau. Again, I feel like this is Mr. Office. That's what Mr. Safe, Mr. Easy to Wear, daily wear driver, nothing too crazy. I've smelt this one way back when I smelt YSL Ultime, which I actually bought, so I need to unbox that. But that one and Ultime, I smelt them both and I'm like, boring. But let me see if I'm going to change my mind on these because I feel like this thing was boring back in the day. When it first got released, I haven't smelt it since then. And I'm going to go 180 on this thing. It's actually surprisingly good. Do I think it's, again, the best of the Dior Homme line? Again, from the vintages. It's very pedestrian. It's very inoffensive. It's powdery. It's an office scent. The iris is there. It's not too strong, but it's primary and it has a watery aspect as stated in the name. So, great use of coriander in the scent. I smell it. Mild cedar here, something back in it, a little bit of woods here. Reminds me of a Prada It does actually get, it's on versus videos that you see on YouTube, Prada versus this. I could see this and Prada hand in hand. It has some sweetness from the amber actually. Not much more to add here. Actually a solid release, and honestly I'm kind of happy I added it. I was just throwing it in. I was like, shit, it's getting discontinued. Might as well finish the collection. I'm a collector and I need to do that. But I feel like I'm going to wear this one from time to time in the office. Definitely something I'd wear with a suit. So Dior Homme Eau. I'm going to bite my tongue and I'm going to say, you know what? I goofed when I first smelt it. I thought it was really, really boring. Not worth it. I'm still on the cusp of that, but I'm happy I have it in my collection now. Let's move on to Patchouli Imperial. And of course, this is the big boys now. This is from their higher end lineup. That's all we got left now. Patchouli Imperial, a throw-in. Wasn't really checking for this. I wanted others from the brand, like the Purple Oud, Spice Blend, Cuir Canage, among others, but I took it just because it was a used bottle and I could get it for cheap with the Oud Ispahan. That was the one that I really wanted. Never smelt this thing, and this thing is throwing patchouli like it's nobody's business right now. I'm smelling patchouli, and right away, it's making me think Coromandel from Chanel. And Dior and Chanel, they, it feels like Dior's really looking at their big brother there, Chanel, and going, I want to be like you, because Patchouli Imperial, oh yeah, it smells like Coromandel. Easy, heavy on the patchouli. She's earthy, musty. There's some coriander here that I'm detecting. Maybe I'm detecting it from this here, and my nose is playing tricks on me, but I'm smelling some coriander here. It's missing the smoothness. It actually has some smoothness, but it's missing some smoothness of the white chocolate that obviously Coromandel has from Chanel. But this one has some smoothness from the sandalwood. So they're switching it up a little bit for us. Very smooth, actually well balanced as a scent. Great release, not overly unique. You lose some unique points here, Patchouli Imperial, but Dior, as usual, stealing Chanel's thunder. It's a good release though. Patchouli Imperial, I'm happy. I got it. Oh yeah, now it's on to the big boys. These are the two that excited me. These are all fillers. The three that I just talked about are fillers. Like the Le Male flanker, just to add to my Le Male collection. Dior Homme Eau, same thing. Patchouli Imperial, throw in. Now we're getting to the big boys. Oud Ispahan and Vetiver. Oud Ispahan, I vaguely smelt it once. So it's not really a blind buy. I know about the hype on YouTube. Obviously, I got my pulse on YouTube and how much of a great scent this one is. Mitza and that one were both. Ooh, the rose, jammy rose, is the patchouli and the oud here. Patchouli Imperial and Oud Ispahan. As you can tell, I haven't really put this to my nose, but they fill the room when you first spray them. But I wanted this one because of its, you know, it's been talked about, and I really want to delve into Dior and some of their better scents. So this is one that I absolutely wanted in my collection, and well built already. Roses in the forefront, holy crap, is it ever. Smooth, well blended, not much oud up top, so kind of a disappointment here. Again, more saffron. You got that spice there as a secondary note. Again, saffron, oud, and rose, not a new combo at all. It's not very heavy off this strip. Like when I sprayed it and engulfed the room, just like Patchouli Imperial. But now that I'm smelling it now, it doesn't feel very heavy. It feels light on this. And I'm thinking, like, you know, the color of the juice on the bottle here? I don't know if you guys see it. Maybe I'll put it near the black or... very rosy, and that's how I feel, like off the strip. A very soft rose. Lots of sandalwood in this one too. I'm smelling something creamy here. Well blended, well done. You know, you got to give it to Dior. Patchouli Imperial and Oud Ispahan, both well blended. Not unique ideas, but I need to give it to them that the blend of the it smells like quality off the strip, to be quite honest. Now, last and definitely not least is, of course, my big bottle of Vetiver. I don't have too much juice of this stuff, but this thing is a thing of legends in our YouTube community. I'm just going to do one spray on the strip here, just because I don't want to waste too much of Vetiver. It is the prize of the haul, not because it's a super crazy, amazing fragrance that everybody wants. No, it's just one of those unicorns that you always hear about it. You see it on eBay for like $600, $700, $800. People are trying to gouge you for it. And you just want it in your collection just because of that. That is one of those. So by default, it is the prize of the haul. Will I be wearing this one more than the others? We'll see. We got to give it some time. We got to give it a couple years on the Robes08 channel. See if it hits a couple top 20s. Which it already has. It's hit my spring one. So let's smell this one. And yeah. Vetiver, you smell like sycamore from Chanel. Like Patchouli Imperial smells like Coromandel. Yeah, stealing a page from Sycamore. Yes, you are. Very green, rooty vetiver. Has a little bit of a citric quality, which is a little splash in the background of vetiver, but really vetiver is in the forefront. I think this one is cleaner than the Chanel. You know, the Chanel has a thick rooty. Sycamore is really tough. It's a good vetiver. It's a rooty vetiver. She's green. This one, lighter, maybe easier to wear. And it may turn some people off that Sycamore is rougher, denser, and better. But Vetiver has like almost a transparent, but yet still rooty, still tough and earthy as a vetiver. Well done. It does have coffee in the note breakdown. I don't smell it on the strip yet. Can't wait to delve into that and see what it is. But vetiver, yeah, it is what it is. It's a straight up vetiver set. There's not much complexity here. Is it worth what people are gouging you on eBay? Hell no. I'll tell you straight up. I like a good vetiver. I do. It's not my favorite note. This is a good representation of the note. Really well done. But it's a very straightforward one. It's just plain vetiver. If you had to go Sycamore and this one, they're kind of gauge. You know, they're asking 500, and you can get the Sycamore. Go get the Sycamore instead of the vetiver. But a good set nonetheless. Now that you heard my take on all 5 of these fragrances, I'd love to see yours in the comments down below. Which one is the star? Which one do you think is going to do well on the Robes08 channel? I'd love to hear your take on any of these 5. I'm happy with this haul. Honestly, half of them were blind buys, so I'm happy with that. And as always, a great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.